Hey everybody, this is Christopher Small from CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Today, I wanted to talk to you about naming a guardian for your kids that lives outside of the United States of America. This is a question that I was asked yesterday, 2 days ago, yesterday. And I'm glad they called me because they actually talked to a different estate planning attorney who gave them an incorrect answer. We'll talk about what that incorrect answer was and what you can do here in a moment. Before I get to that, though, I want to remind you, if you have any questions about what we talk about here, have any other estate planning needs, or just want to chat on the phone and need a friend, you can go to estatemeeting.com, set up a time to talk with us over the phone or in person. That is estatemeeting.com. Okay, naming your guardian for your kids outside of the country. Before we get to that, let's talk real quick about what guardianship sort of is and means. The guardianship that we are talking about is the kind that sort of pops up if you and your spouse, or if you and the other parent of your child dies. Okay, so yeah, we're getting heavy. It's Friday afternoon. To date this if you watch it in the future, and we're just going there. And this is a really important designation, obviously, because if you don't make this decision, typically in your will, then a judge is going to make a choice for you. All right. And we all know, or we all have that person in the family who looks really good on paper, who looks like they would be a great, a great potential guardian for the kids, but that you would never want to have raise your kids, either because they're crazy on the inside, they're good at faking it on the outside, or because you just have differences of opinion, when it comes to politics or religion or money or how to raise kids, discipline, school, all these things can be big differences and can be deciding factors on who you want to raise your kids. So make sure that if you do have kids that are under the age of 18 and you want to name the guardian, that you put together a will. All right. Again, you can call me for help. You can call anyone for help, but you should definitely do that. It's really, really important. Now, let's get to the aspect of wanting to name someone that doesn't live in the United States. This comes up in Seattle quite often. On the coasts, it probably happens more often than in the Midwest, simply because you just have more people sort of that from abroad living. I don't know. I'm just making generalizations right now, punching myself in the face for doing that. I'm sure people live all over the place that have family and guardians that live out of the country. But to take care of that, it's simply as easy as naming that person. All right. For the most part, the people that you name in your will are going to be the de facto guardians. Okay. It's still up within the judge's discretion not to do that, but they are not inclined to do that often unless it's clear that the person that you've named is not going to be able to take care of your kid or your kids. And this means often felonies. It can mean evidence of drug abuse, right? It can be these things. However, if you are naming someone that's outside of the United States, there are some things that you want to think about over and above whether or not they would be a good parent. Thing number one you want to consider, can they get to America, all right, to go to court, to have the judge appoint them to be the guardian? Getting into the States can be difficult depending on where you're from, depending on their history and all these different things. So I would definitely take a minute to research that, to figure that out. Is it possible for them to get here? Thing number two, is it possible for your children to go to the country that you want them to go to? Again, with visa issues and with travel and things like that, it may be difficult to allow them to stay in that new country for a long time, which brings me to question number three. You have to really consider and understand that if you name someone that lives in a different country, it is very likely that your kids will be raised in that country. Whether or not that's good or bad is up to you. Like I always tell my clients, I don't care what you do. I just want you to have thought this through. So if the intent is for you to have your kids raised in that other country and you're going to name someone that lives in another country, obviously that's going to work. If your intent is to have your children raised in the United States and the people that you're naming as guardians live in another country, that can become very, very difficult. So it's something that you want to consider. I will tell you the other attorney that this person talked to said something about being able to take kids overseas. But the fact is, when people are named guardians of children, they step in as parents. So they have the authority to basically take the kids wherever they want. So they have all the rights and obligations and duties of parents when they are named the guardians. Okay, so that's not a problem. You really just have the logistical and the legal problems that everyone else has for entering and leaving this country, and entering and leaving the country and staying for a long time, the country that you want to go to. All right, so naming the guardian for your kids is a critically important choice. It's something that everyone should do if you have children. You just never know. I can tell you, because I'm in this business, I have seen clients suffer some random tragedies and accidents, and I'm more attuned to it, like in the news, just because this is what I do, and it happens every day. So, if you love your kids, take care of your kids on the daily, but make sure you take care of them in case you can't take care of them anymore. All right. So a nice, warm, heartwarming Friday afternoon message, but something that's really important, something we got to talk about. Okay. We're adults. This is how we do it. We tackle these things head on. We don't run from them. But that's it. If you, to wrap this up, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know someone that needs to hear this, please share it with them. If you have a question or comment, please leave it. And if you are someplace that you can subscribe and you don't want to miss future messages, future information, future topics, I'm on here almost every day, then hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, if you want to talk about this more with us, then you can go to estatemeeting.com. You can set up a time to talk with us over the phone or in person for free, estatemeeting.com. Once again, I'm Christopher Small. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning. We do probate. We do it well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. And I will talk to you again soon.